everyone, and welcome back. If this is your first time, I hope you'll stay. Espero que te quedes. Now, today we're looking at 10 nouns in Spanish that you would use in a derogatory manner. So if you're looking down on something or someone, or you wanted to talk about them in an inferior manner, like be insulting them, okay, so it's an insult. It's not a nice way to express these nouns, but you will hear them every day. Now, you have to look out for these suffixes, suffixes, okay? Los sufijos para mostrar que son despectivos, okay? These are some of the popular sufijos that you will see in Spanish. You might see ete, fuelo, fuela, ajo, aja, and many more, okay? So these are some of them. This is just some of the terminaciones. These are some of the endings that will indicate to you that these words are a little bit derogatory, okay? So let us begin. The first one I have for you is mujer. Now we know that mujer means woman. Ahí tienes una mujer hermosa. There you go, a beautiful woman. Now, if you add fuelo to that, mujerzuela, that's horrible. You don't want to call somebody una mujerzuela. If you say, oh, esa es una mujerzuela, you're saying that woman is a little bit of a floozy, okay? A P word, okay? So maybe she's a prostitute. So you don't really want to call someone that. Now you might hear that being used. It doesn't necessarily mean that a lady is that, but to insult someone, you might hear it being said. Don't use that one. Don't call anyone that, okay? Because it's not very nice at all. I never call anyone that, ever. It's such a horrible word. Esa mujerzuela? No, not nice, but I want you to be well equipped and to be able to understand when you hear these words being used in everyday Spanish. That's all I'm doing. I'm equipping you to go out there in the big bad world prepared. Right, so the next one I have for you is casa. If you add the suffix to this one, you would get casucha. Now if I say, ese tiene una casucha, it means that the house is poorly built. It's a hovel. It's a shack. Okay, so yeah, you might hear that one. So it's good to know that that's what it means, because sometimes we hear these sufijos in Espanol and we translate them as something else, because sometimes we know that these can sufijos can mean suffixes, sufijos can also be referring to the size of something or the quality in a positive way. The next one, gente. Gente, people. We see that word all the time. But you might hear also gentuza. Esa gentuza que vive ahí, aléjate de ella, eh? So gentuza is an insult for riffraff, okay? Those riffraff that live over there, stay away from them, riffraff. So you don't want to say that about anyone, but you will hear that, gentuza. So people who are not necessarily seen in a positive light, okay? I do like that one a lot, okay? Trash, scum, gentuza. Esa gentuza no me gusta. I don't like that trash, okay? It sounds so bad, but I'm just teaching you these, okay? That's it. So when you read or you're listening to young people talk or Spanish people speak in general, you'll be able to understand what they mean. This one you might like. and I'm sure you've seen this word, tipo. Of course, tipo means type as well. But tipo, did you know, also means a bloke. Look at that bloke. May I say tipo? Look at that bloke, or a chap. But if I was to say tipejo, tipejo, E-J-O on the end, tipejo, I'm saying, oh, look at that idiot. Dimwit. Tipejo, ese tipejo no es mi novio. Okay, that dimwit is not my boyfriend. Okay? So, tipo. Did you get it? This one I like a lot. Niño. Este es mi niño. This is my boy. Niño, boy. But if I was to add that suffix onto that and I'd say niñato, it's a whole different translation. Okay? Tu novio es un niñato. Niñato means a spoiled brat. Okay, so it's not positive at all. You don't want to be called un niñato or una niñata. Just means that you're a bit immature and, yeah, a little bit of a brat. Okay? This one, you will like Pueblo. Pueblo, we would add ucho, pueblucho. Ah, qué ganas tengo de salir de este pueblucho. I can't wait to leave this. What do you think pueblucho means? There isn't an exact translation in English, but it goes something like this. A God-forsaken place. So it's a place that has absolutely no buzz at all, really boring, and perhaps not very attractive to look at all. So a dead place. A village that has got nothing happening at all, and it's no fun to be. It's no fun to be there, okay? Un pueblucho implies that there's nothing great about it. It's quite a dead place. God-forsaken place. Pueblucho. Fiesta. Fiesta. That's my next one. So fiesta. Fiestucha. Okay? Me alegro que no me haya invitado a su fiestucha. Okay? I'm glad that she didn't invite me to her dry party. So a fiesta is a happening event, but if you put that ending on it, fiestucha, it's like it's dry. I don't want to go anywhere. It's a fiestucha. Ah, no thank you. No thanks. A dry party, and there's nothing exciting about it at all. Right. Okay. There are some professions that we absolutely love because they're making a difference in this world we live in. For instance, medicine. Doctor. I always think of a doctor with prestige, right? But you might hear someone say, ese doctor Zuelo. Dr. Zweller would mean that he's a second-rate doctor, not very good at all. Okay? Si ese es un Dr. Zuelo. Okay? He's a second-rate doctor. That one over there, that's a second-rate doctor. Dr. Zuelo. That's so mean. But you have to love Spanish, right? Okay. Love it. Viejo, which is old, an old person. Ese hombre viejo. Ese viejo, that old man. But if you were to say vejete, vejete is a really mean way to say that. I mean, you could say viejecito, which is a loving way to say an older person. But vejete, the spelling is a bit different. You don't have the I in it. Vejete is like a codger. Yeah, a codger. An old age pensioner. You know, a little bit weak and feeble. A codger. Yes. Vejete. So it's best not to call an elderly person that. It's probably better to use viejecito. Yeah, viejito. Pero vejete is a little bit mean. Okay, so we won't use that one to describe anyone who is older than us. Okay? Boracho. You've seen boracho, which is a drunk. But if the person says borrachín, eres un borrachín, it means that you're a drunkard, meaning you're always drunk. Not that you like to have a drink now and again and get a little bit tipsy, but you have a problem with drink. Borrachín. Okay? Eres un borrachín. So it's quite mean. It's a bit nasty, that one. Unless you're being playful and your friends understand that you're being playful. But that's a whole different story altogether. Okay? Be nice with these, okay? I'm just teaching you because they're popular and I've heard all of these on this list so many times. So I want you to know them also, okay? Libro. We are all into our books. We're learning at the moment. We are learning at the moment. So, un libraco. Libro is book, yes. Libraco. It sounds old, doesn't it? Libraco means a big old book. La profesora nos ha mandado leer ese libraco. Okay, it's like it's a tome, basically. Those really big books. Lots of pages. So this big old book is not, and these big old books are normally not very interesting at all. So if you say un libraco, it's telling us that you have no desire to read this book because it's not very entertaining and it's really boring. So you wouldn't use that to describe a book that you enjoy or you really want to read. Libraco. Tengo que leer este libraco este fin de semana. I have to read this big old book this weekend. I don't want to do that. I want to go and do something fun. Maybe a little book. Un librito. See, ito, we would add, that's another suffix that we use to show smallness or that we like something, yeah, in a loving way, in a positive way. And okay, the last one I have for you is animal. 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 Ah, mira qué animal. Oh, look at that animal. But if we were to say animalejo, it's like that creature, that weird creature thing, that, or even insects. You might look at creepy crawlies and call them animalejo. It's something that makes your skin crawl. Animalejo. Okay, so and if someone says that to you, they're being very, very nasty. Okay, it's animalejo. Oh, you don't really want to touch it. Scum. Okay, so it's a creature that you probably wouldn't want for a pet. You would call your pet an animal or something else, and if you don't particularly like it because it's ugly looking, animalejo. It's got some sort of it's got something wrong with it. It's the animalejo. Okay. Don't you just love Spanish? You can do so much with their suffixes as well, and there's so many ways of translating them, and so this is why I feel as though it's really important that you stop and think about some of these suffixes. So for today, these suffixes were to show you how to talk in a derogatory manner, or rather than to talk, to understand when someone's speaking to you in a derogatory manner. Okay, I hope that you found this video helpful and that you've learned something new. I'm going to leave you now, and until next time, adios chicos, adios.